Do you have any advice on like how to like engage someone in a conversation to actually start talking at least? Like
Um,
any good opening lines or anything like that? I've tried
I like
engaging with
asking
something on their
questions. I think,
profile.
yeah, I
Yeah.
like asking questions. Ask a question about a picture in their profile or in their bio. It just gets the conversation started. It makes it easy for that person to respond. Hi is not a question. It's hi, hi back. Uh, what's up? I guess is a question, but like nothing. I guess I don't know. You know, they post a picture on a trip. Oh, like when was the last time? Oh, that was a beautiful place. Should I go? I don't know. Just it doesn't have to be. Just make it easy for people to respond so that if they do want to respond, it gets the conversation going. I'm always been a big believer in like Zoom dates. And maybe in this case, you could try that out because like, allows you to see each other, see if you guys are like into each other, see if you guys match up with the pictures you guys posted online. You could definitely get a vibe check. I think dinner's a lot for a first date, especially if you met that person on an app.
Hmm.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
pressure.
I've thought about doing drinks and coffee and stuff like that, but a lot of times they suggest dinner.
I think it's kind of a red flag. Weird. Kind of. I mean, yeah, like it's a whole meal of food with a stranger.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I think most people online dating, dinner seems like a pretty heavy thing. It's weird that
Yeah,
it's a
because there's
weird,
definitely been times
yeah,
when I've been out there and I'm like, can we get this over with? And we're still like eating our meal, our main meal or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I just want to leave. But it's also kind of awkward if you're already just sitting there and you just maybe you both feel like it's not working and
Well,
whatever
I
like
will.
that.
Here's one bit of advice. Just because it suggests dinner doesn't mean you have to say agree. You can be like, you know what? I'd rather like I'm more of a drinks girly on the first date. Dinner's a little too much for me, for a
Hmm.
stranger. Men like to be called out. Men like people, women who are can set a boundary, and so just because they
Hmm.
say one thing doesn't mean you have to go along with it.
I tend to suggest like mini golf and stuff like that because I feel like it's fun. You can go play and then there's like a bar or anything close by. You can go sit, have a drink, have an appetizer or anything
Yeah,
like that if you're enjoying yourself in the mini golf.
totally. That's definitely not a bad idea. But even something as basic as a coffee or a drink is fine too. But
Yeah.
or like a Zoom date and a mini golf or something. But I definitely just remember these are all strangers, which is why like
Yeah.
we are not a society that's gotten better at interacting with strangers. We are worse, because the internet has allowed us to like communicate in ways that we wouldn't otherwise communicate person to person, and then we don't know how to translate it into a face-to-face conversation. So sadly, this
Yeah,
creates.
I feel like that's why sorry, I feel like that's why online dating works for me just because again, I am shy in person. I wouldn't go up to someone, so online gives me the opportunity to meet someone and talk and get a little bit of a rapport, to get comfortable with someone to then meet them in person, and then I feel like I'm more comfortable because you know them just like the tiniest bit more. Because like going up to someone, I can't have a conversation with just anyone. I feel like I need to know you a little bit to have, especially small talk. Small talk isn't my thing. And so for me to be able to go on a date, I feel like texting with someone on an online dating app is easier for me to be able to be myself more on a date and not be as nervous.
I hear you, but that's something you need to work on. Yeah, because it's hard to get to know
Yes.
someone over text, and I do think maybe try to incorporate like a FaceTime date or a Zoom date if you don't want to give out your number. And maybe that could be the bridge between like just getting to know someone on a more intimate level than text, because like you don't really you don't even know if it's them. It could be their friend helping them out.
Yeah. That
Uh,
same thing, like phone calls and Zooms obviously make me a little bit nervous. Again, talking to someone I don't know. And I'm just awkward in terms of I don't know when to end the conversation. Sometimes people just let it drag
it's good.
on.
It's good practice though, and it's
Yeah.
better practice on FaceTime or Zoom than at dinner. And you can get more reps in on Zoom, and that's just
Yeah,
something you need to work on. You just need to work on it because it's just
definitely.
you're not going to get better by not doing.
I feel like I have improved a lot as I was growing up. I was very, very shy. I didn't really go out with anybody. I had my small group of friends and my family that I was close with. I've grown up. I've become a bit more of an extrovert. I'm still an introvert in my own ways, but I'm slowly growing and improving. And I'm still obviously growing and improving to try to be more of that extrovert, growing and learning how to put myself out there a bit more to open myself up to more of these opportunities.
That's great. I mean, I just keep doing that. Keep those reps in. You're only 26. I think taking breaks are really important when it comes to dating. You know, if you're on the dating apps a lot, you feel fatigued, you know, get off the dating apps and then focus more on yourself and taking care of yourself and your friends and get out there and like just be out in life and then check back in with the dating apps. But again, you're only 26, but like try to work on some of those things that you can identify are weaknesses. They're not, you're not going to get better at them by not doing. And it's a lot easier just to talk on FaceTime, and that will help you on actual dates.
Yes.
And the good thing about Zoom, like FaceTime, is it's so low stakes. You can practice getting off calls. You can practice ending dates. You can practice. You can literally do. You should do more FaceTime dates with guys you're not interested in. You don't even care about. It's just
Yeah.
practice, honestly.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe do Zoom so you're not giving out your number to people you don't want to waste your time with. But
Yeah.
some people are going to find the Zoom date weird because no one does it, and it's just like an idea I had that I think is great. No, everyone thinks it's weird, but it definitely will help you practice.
Yeah, it'll be another green flag at least if someone is willing to do that and respect the privacy of not giving out a phone number or anything like that as well.
100%. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. Was this helpful at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good to talk it out.
All right. Well, yeah. Try not to get in your head about the past 4 times. I don't have an explanation for it. It sounds like just bad luck. And you know, like, listen, like it's a mess out there. And, yeah, I would, you know, try not, you know, other than that, just keep doing what you're doing and try to challenge yourself to practice the things you can identify as the things that you're not good at. And yeah, just always, you know, get out there, put yourself out there, be your best self, take breaks. You know, people don't take enough breaks from dating.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for your help, Nick. I appreciate it.
I appreciate the call. Best of luck. And keep me posted. I'd love to know if you've, you know, how things are going in the future.